Welcome to the IASP LeaderCast, a weekly podcast production made just for leaders like you to connect with experts in the field of educational leadership and to share ideas for best practices. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the IASP LeaderCast. Hi, this is Tiffany Barrett, Director of Member Services at IASP, coming to you with another great episode of the IASP LeaderCast. Dr. Todd Bess, Executive Director here at IASP, is here to share a little about the school leader paradigm with us today. Welcome again to the LeaderCast, Dr. Bess.
Thanks, Tiffany. Always glad to be here with you and to have some conversation with our members. And first, thanks, too, for your leadership with the LeaderCasts. I look forward to getting them every Wednesday morning. It gives me something to listen to as I'm driving to work or in the evenings as I'm walking our dog.
Well, thank you. I enjoy doing those as well, so I appreciate that. Dr. Bess, leadership is really a huge topic and very broad, and sometimes it's kind of hard to describe or put in words, but there are resources out there to help define good leadership and refine ourselves as we grow professionally. So today, I would love to talk about one of those excellent resources and really the crux of what IASP is built upon, and that's the school leader paradigm. Could you share how this publication actually came to be?
Sure, Tiffany, and you're right. Leadership is fairly broad, so we probably don't have quite enough time to get to it in the next 10 minutes to cover it entirely. But the paradigm, that document, that concept kind of came out of discussions I had with Dr. Jason Leahy, who's the Illinois Principal Association Executive Director. And as we would talk at meetings and conferences, it was, how can we help our school leaders best? And when they call us for help, what are they calling about? It's usually not about test scores. It's usually about something that happened with a leadership decision or something that's going on within the community or the school that they get caught up in. And we want to help people navigate better so they don't get caught. So as we brainstormed over multiple sessions over in Champaign, Illinois, with his team as well, the document started. Version 1.0 was just on the school leader itself. And if you get this copy, folks, and you can download that from our website, on the About tab, the paradigm pops up, or under the membership page, once you log in there. If you look at the very back cover of the paradigm, you see 10 state associations that are now together. So that collaborative group now contributes resources and materials to the paradigm, making it a very rich document and making it is what it is today.
You're right. There's lots and lots of resources being developed that have been born out of this document that drives this. As we think about where the school leader paradigm really began and was founded on, could you give us an overview of really what it includes? And I know that's kind of a beefy question, but...
Sure. Yeah, that's normally a 2-hour presentation that we'll do in 2 minutes. But very simply, one of the taglines that we use is becoming while doing. And so the becoming part is who you are as a learning leader. And as you look at that particular diagram, the left side of the infinity loop shows the learning leader, and the diagram that's around it shows personal intelligence, social intelligence, and systems intelligence. And then each of those intelligences has 4 components, and each of those has 4 attributes. Both Jason and I, who worked primarily on that side, he was a science teacher, I was a math teacher, there had to be a lot of symmetry to what we developed. And then again, when we talked with other associations, we realized we had missed a vital part of this paradigm, and that was around the learning organization. And that's the right-hand side of the infinity loop. And there it has 3 domains: culture, systems, and learning. And then each domain has 7 dimensions. And if you've been at some of our district meetings, you've seen me show kind of a diagram that shows the interplay of culture and systems and learning. And when you might want to work on those within your leadership journey. Are you launching? Are you in that early phases of your career? Are you building, where you've gotten some momentum, you've gotten some experience in a building? Or are you in the mastering phase because you've been in that building for several years, or you're maybe like me with a little more experience now? And so whether you're in a new building or a brand or an old building, you've got better tools where you can accelerate things quicker. And then again, around the whole side of it is the cycle of inquiry, of plan, implement, assess, and reflect, called action research or problems of practice. And then we also included contexts. So school context, community, political, and individual. Because those four things touching whether yourself as the leader or your school as the organization and a learning organization, that can have a big difference on the decisions you make. And again, being aware so you don't get caught up in something that's occurring. Over my number of years now in the leadership world, and especially in a central office role for 4 years, it really struck me how those decisions have to be weighed with regard to those contexts. You still make the right decisions for the right reasons, but sometimes you have to think about how you make those decisions and whom to involve and whom to inform so you, again, can be successful for your kids.
I love that, and that's a great way, kind of a segue into my next question. Now that we know the format of the paradigm and what's inside it, how could we use that to help our own professional growth as a resource in our leadership capacity?
And Tiffany, I'm going to say this by responding, and you've heard me say this before, however you want to. This document is a resource for you, and we've got some supporting items, but you can look at this, kind of appreciate for what it's in there, and put it on your shelf and pull it off every now and then when a leadership question kind of comes up. Or you can set it next to your computer and your phone, and so that it's kind of a reminder each and every day to be thinking about those elements within it. Or you can pull out particular pieces, be it competencies on the learning leader side or the dimensions on the learning organization side, and say, this is what I'm going to focus on, and this is how I'm going to do it, and this is my cycle of inquiry I'm going to go about. And I'm actually going to have conversation with my central office superintendent or whoever that is so that we plan together my own professional development. And of course, that shameless ISP plug, our programs and our documents will help you navigate through those kinds of questions you have about your leadership and what should be occurring within your school.
Thank you. And I know that on our website, we've kind of started creating a library of resources that are tagged to each of these that you've spoken about today. So if you want to know more, you can get those as well. So it's just a great way for us to be able to grow our leadership. So Dr. Bess, I know that the Paradigm's an easy read. It's not a great big cumbersome book or anything. And I know you mentioned this just a little bit at the beginning, but if we wanted to know more, where could we get a copy for ourselves?
Sure. Again, from the website, it's there on the About tab, or if you log in using your member login, that paradigm is posted there. Behind the member login as well, specific resources, the school leader entry plan. So when you're going into that new school, be it an experienced or brand new administrator, school leadership that fits for your aspiring leaders, making sure they can take advantage of what these resources can provide and is leadership for them. Tiffany, you've done a great job as well on that member login page. So all of the digital resources that we've recorded over the last year and a half, conference sessions, epic episodes, shared solutions, are all posted there in a digital library. And again, they're aligned to all the elements within the paradigm. And then you can see the member handbook that Tiffany has developed as well. If you want physical copies of the paradigm, you just send us an email. We printed numerous ones in that first run so many months ago, and brought those to you. And again, it's not one that we just want to send out to you because we want it to be a personal journey for you and your leadership within your school and corporation. But just send us an email. We'll put them in the mail to you, or if we happen to be coming near you at a district meeting or something else, we'll just bring them to you. And then if we can help be a part of your journey, whether individually or as a leadership team, just let us know. We're doing that in numerous school corporations as well. And that's, again, part of who we are. As an association, we grow leaders, and this is the way in which we're going to help you grow. So again, thanks for your leadership out there in the field. Can't be said enough how remarkable each one of you are for leading in this particular time and leading out of this time, because we will emerge, and you're going to emerge even stronger, and your kids are going to be better, and your staffs are going to be rewarded also for the job that they do. So just thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you for sharing all of this today, Dr. Bess, with us, because this is such an important piece of everything, all things leadership. And so we really appreciate you being on the LeaderCast today and sharing all of this about the school leader paradigm.
My pleasure, Tiffany. Look forward to the next time we can sit and chat. Again, leadership's a big topic, so I assume we'll do another 30 or 40 podcasts just like this.
Yep, I'm all ready for them. I'd like to thank our listeners for joining us as well today. As always, our podcasts are available on our website, and you can upload those from iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or TuneIn simply by searching for the Indiana Association of School Principals. Again, this is Tiffany Barrett with Dr. Todd Bess, reminding you that IASP